Hello, this is my £40 air fryer, or as I like to call it, a hairdryer. Yeah, my bog standard air fryer that we have worked quite hard this year. Today, I'm going to attempt to make an entire Christmas dinner using just the air fryer.
Boston is very excited.
Last year, I got a lot of requests for either making a really quick emergency Christmas dinner or making a Christmas dinner for one person. And I think that kind of ticks both of those boxes. So the rules are very simple. I want to make a Christmas dinner with the majority of the trimmings I can. Of course, you can tweak and customize it as much as you like. I want to make the gravy in the air fryer. And although you could get away with parboiling them, you would end up with like really small potatoes and a lot more sort of crunchy effect. I'm going to allow myself to parboil the veg. Bonus rule number 4, it must be warm. We're going to be doing lots of jiggery pokery with the air fryer, taking things in and out, but when it ultimately comes to serving it, I want it to be hot. That's not just for me when I generally eat things cold on camera. I'm used to that. For you guys, it's got to be warm. All right, so here's our veg. I'm just gonna potatoes, which I'm not even gonna peel, giving them a wash, and I'm just gonna have them like that, okay? Sprouts, which is always a massive topic of like, I hate sprouts. When I mentioned this recently, someone was like, I don't care what you say, sprouts are horrendous. So I messaged them back, I was like, do you like kale and cabbage and stuff like that? Yeah. So well, it's kind of all from the same family. So a nice little cross in the bottom of that so the boiling water can seep through. So carrot into some nice little stumpy twigs like that. So we're gonna treat this more like a potato, a parsnip. We really wanna make sure they're softened because no one wants a rock hard parsnip. As you can see, it's not that many vegetables there, but remember, it's just for one person. In fact, potentially that's possibly too much. I'll leave that up to you. Anyhow, we'll parboil those now. So here is some water that is pretty much almost boiled. You might be able to see some of the steam coming off of that. And I don't know why I've done this. I actually have genuinely no idea. This makes no sense whatsoever. But I thought I'd show you me putting vegetables in very warm water. No idea why I did that. So bringing this up to a boil just to help soften that vegetables. Like I say, you could avoid doing that, but you're gonna potentially end up with rock hard veg, really crispy. And perhaps I wouldn't mind some al dente style potatoes, but that is gonna be really hard to achieve. It's just come to me for the gravy later. We're gonna need some water, and we've got like the most basic vegetable stock of some kind. I mean, rather than throwing it away, we might as well use that to go in with the gravy anyway. Yes. So for the turkey, we're gonna kind of make a sort of roll. Because as I've shown you, this air fryer was so cheap, I never realized I was gonna have such a journey with it and make some interesting things so far. It has surprised me, they are pretty cool. There is no way I'm gonna fit a full turkey in there. There are larger air fryers where you could do that, like you can cook whole chickens in them. Oh, and I did do a video where we did an entire chicken roast dinner in one tray in the oven. So if you're more about using the oven, you can definitely twist that video to just do turkey instead. I think most people in the UK would get annoyed if I did not add pigs and blankets separately, so I have got them anyway, although we're kind of cloning them in a big style. So what I've got here is a chopping board, and I've got, this is some turkey steaks, okay? All right, so we've got like a carpet of turkey now. Bizarrely, we nearly bought a carpet from Turkey once we were, well, that was more as a rug. Anyhow, remember to wash your hands between all these steps, okay? And this is where it's gonna get very messy, and I need to make sure the camera is fairly in a good position because I don't wanna do this again. This is some sausage meat, so you can buy it in the shops. This is a flavored one with salt and pepper. So kind of like pigs and blankets territory. And then what we're gonna do is gather this up and roll it into a turkey log like this, okay? But something needs to hold it in. Okay, that was way too big for one person and indeed the air fryer, so I've halved that segment. I've got it wrapped in a bit of cling film here, so we'll keep that in the fridge for another day. The vegetables, I'm just gonna turn it off the heat right now. I think it's all going okay. Anyhow, we've got the other half of that turkey log with the sausage meat inside, and I've sat it on a row of bacon because, I'll just show you here, I've got a little bit of a lip of the bacon to help me. I'm gonna use the wrap to help as we create a big bacon log. Look, that is amazing. So I don't need it absolutely immediately. And the cool thing is, no pun intended, I'm gonna bung it in the fridge, but you could put it in the freezer to make it ahead for like a few days or even like till next Christmas. Don't do that. But even that, even this, is probably a bit too much for one person, probably. We've all got that relative at Christmas, and if you haven't, it's probably you. So the veg is in there, we've got ample water for the gravy later. We are gonna put, oh my gosh, that's close, sorry. We are gonna try and make the gravy in the air fryer, only a very small amount, obviously it's a fluid. We don't want it to bubble up and hit the heating element, just a shallow amount should be fine. Spoilers, you shouldn't do that, okay? Just do it with your kettle and stuff, but I'm intrigued to see if we can make it work. I don't want to kill my air fryer. I think as long as we're careful, we should be all right. This is optional, but I left the potatoes in the colander to rough them up and maybe drop one on the floor. I think this is a Jamie Oliver trick, and then everyone starts doing it now, but it does generally give you quite a funky sort of edge on the potatoes. Do you see that? All right. I probably could have shook them up in there, to be fair. Bit of spray oil. And there's no turning back now. So whilst this is still warm, we might as well get those gravy granules going. So unfortunately, by not doing a turkey, we're not really gonna have the stock to help make a gravy using that. So our vegetable stock is one of the next best things. So that was chicken gravy granules, and we'll reheat this right at the end in the actual air fryer. So obviously we can't leave the potatoes to have all the fun on their own. Ooh! They have been in there about 5 minutes and there's already some blistering. Oh my gosh, can you see that? I'm shimmying it over to one side because in goes the veg. We'll make room at the end. So some more spray oil, shimmy, 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 and then back in. For about 10 minutes on its own, and then it's gonna get bonkers in there. So we've got the pigs and blankets, rolled out some of the stuffing balls there. I'm kind of gutted that I didn't put them in with the turkey roll, but I want to have all the individual parts. But then if you've got the ones with multiple drawers, you could get stuff going like at different times, at different temperatures, and that's where my 40 quid bodge job thing is really working hard today. You can see we're getting some really good colour on that, but we don't want to push it just yet. We'll add in the stuffing balls. Tip in the pigs and blankets. This, oh my gosh, it's too big for the pan. I need to cut this in half, hang on. Look at that. This is going in there. Because that is either gonna massively fail and burn like crazy, or if we really keep our eye on it and keep adjusting the heat, moving it around if needed, I'll keep you posted, we could bodge some sort of Christmas dinner here. Oh, it's starting to smell really good. Oh, I think it's ready. Look at that. That is amazing. Oh. A massive pile of charred veg and the stuffing. Ah! So I'm gonna take that shelf out, clean out the bucket, and we'll warm our gravy to drench all over that. I'm turning the heat right down to 100 degrees. It's been like a minute. Oh, it is warm. I don't know if you can see. That is hot. It's worked. I'm not doing it any longer, and it was absolutely fine. I don't know what I was worried about. I'm gonna sit this down. Oh my goodness. I know I say that phrase a lot. It needs to be on a t-shirt, but everything is charred. I love it. The potatoes at the back are really crispy, and I love the charredness on the carrots as well. Token splodge of cranberry sauce, why not? And then that gravy. Shiver me timbers, folks. Oh, look at that. And that, for me, including filming, took 90 minutes. I reckon the whole thing would have taken about an hour if I didn't film it. Christmas dinner for one in an air fryer. Absolutely stonking. I think the air fryer, which I actually haven't named, round of applause. I mean, that is incredible. Less than an hour to do all of that. Plus, I've got another one in the freezer I can have for another day. Like, yes, definitely needs a name. This is a true story. If you want to consider supporting me on Patreon, on our Discord, the new fridge in the garden kitchen studio is in the Amy Winehouse documentary. There's a film coming out, I think it's called Back to Black in 2024. And it was just used as a prop. And that's the one actually in my garden kitchen that you'll start seeing. And someone said that I should call it Valerie, which I think is amazing. So if anyone's got a suggestion for the air fryer, do let me know. And like I say, if you want to support me on Patreon, massively appreciate it. Right, the smells are incredible. Oh my gosh, the potato. Oh, that was gorgeous, nice and crispy. I can see the crunch on the stuffing. You just normally oven bake that anyway. I know what it is with carrots. They seem to char up really nice, but I'm gonna have 2 of those. Look at the charring on that. That's pretty cool. Like a big sweet and charred cabbage. Oh, sprouts are so good. I used to hate them, and I think part of it was because of that stereotype of hating them. Generally, do it if you can. Bacon, maple syrup with the sprouts all roasted together. Oh, that's the only thing I feel if I had a air fryer with another tray, I would have taken that to another notch and had the veg doing different things with the honey and mustard in there going on. But let's just see if we can cut through this. Oh, wow. Look at that thing, all charred on the outside, and on the inside you've got the cooked sausage meat, turkey and bacon. Oh, wow. Oh, that is really nice. The sausage meat I used had salt and pepper already in it, so I would, if you're just using pork mince, like really season it. The bacon as well, that was a smoked bacon, so that really gave it the flavour. And the turkey was nice and moist and just like wrapping around it and brought it all together. Do you know what? I kind of wanted this video to fail. I wanted it to be meh. I didn't want it to sort of char and look nice, but I mean, it's quite hard to make a Christmas dinner sometimes look nice, and they're extremely opinionated things. I get that. Everyone has their own way of doing things. But for someone on their own or a couple, as you saw, we could probably have fitted another one of those parcels in there at least for a quick emergency fix. Like, I could have that for Christmas dinner and be absolutely happy with it. You know, I don't worship air fryers. I'm not like that. You know that I'm like, you know, quite critical of them, but I genuinely like this. I might have to call it hairdryer, actually. That might be the best thing to do. So thanks so much to the names on the screen right now that support me on Patreon. As I say, have access to that Discord and many other perks too. Consider supporting if you can. Try this out. Share it with someone you think might enjoy it. Hope you're all good. Thanks for watching. See you soon. And if you're wondering, yep, Boston is a fan of the air fryer bacon.